In today's global economy, job security is increasingly uncertain. We live in a very volatile job market. Globally, the pandemic accelerated shifts in the workforce with millions of jobs lost and industries like travel, retail, and hospitality experiencing long term disruption. The World Economic Forum has predicted that automation and artificial intelligence will displace 85 million jobs globally by 2025, further highlighting the fragility of traditional employment. The truth is that no job is entirely secure anymore, even for those in high paying positions or established industries. To safeguard against potential layoffs, salary cuts, or company closures, it's essential to proactively prepare for job loss by diversifying income streams. Hi, this is Vandana, and I've worked in the corporate world for almost 3 decades. And now I'm semi retired and I work online with digital marketing. So you may ask me that while I have myself worked for 3 decades, why am I asking you to prepare for job loss now? The uncertainty in the job market should be seen as a wake up call for individuals, especially those solely reliant on one source of income. Even if your current position feels stable, market conditions, technology advancements, or company changes can swiftly alter that. Instead of waiting for a potential pink slip, taking control of your financial future by preparing for a job loss is crucial. Here are some key reasons why you should start preparing now. Reason number one is economic fluctuations. Sudden economic downturns or global recessions can force companies to cut costs through layoffs or reduced hours. Second reason is technological advancements. Automation and AI are increasingly replacing human roles, particularly in sectors like manufacturing, data analysis, or even in creative industries now. The third reason is that there are changing industry trends. Consumer preference and market demands shift rapidly, making some jobs obsolete almost overnight. To navigate this uncertainty, building multiple streams of income is your safety net. So, how do you build multiple streams of income and how do you get on the path of financial independence? Relying on a single income is risky in today's economic climate. The best way to mitigate this risk is by creating multiple streams of income. This not only provides you with the financial security but also the freedom to pivot when one stream is threatened. Here are some ways to do it. The first is having a stock portfolio. Investing in the stock market can be one of the most powerful ways to build wealth over time. With disciplined investing, a well diversified portfolio can generate significant returns and provide an alternative source of income. Start by educating yourself on stocks, mutual funds, and exchange traded funds or ETFs. Diversify across industries to reduce the risk of one sector's downturn. Reinvest dividends to grow your portfolio. For Indian investors, platforms like Zerodha, Grow, and Angel Broking make it easy to get started in stock trading. The second way you can form a passive income is through rental income. Real estate is another excellent way to earn passive income. Owning rental property allows you to collect monthly rent, which can provide a steady stream of cash flow. Here's how to start. Purchase a property in a location with a strong rental market. And it need not be a very huge property. Ensure that the rent you charge covers the mortgage, maintenance, and any other expenses. Consider short-term rental platforms like Airbnb for additional opportunities. In India, the rental property market has seen a substantial growth, especially in metropolitan areas like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore, where demand for rental units remain high. The third way to generate another stream of income is through side hustles. A side hustle is a perfect way to turn your passion into profit. Whether you're skilled in graphic design, copywriting, or crafting, there is a side hustle for everyone. Popular side hustle ideas include freelancing through platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, starting an online business such as drop shipping or selling digital products, or offering virtual services such as coaching, consulting, or tutoring. For Indian workers, the gig economy is thriving with freelance opportunities in content creation, technology services, and marketing available through platforms like Freelancer and Intern Channel. The fourth is that you should develop an emergency fund. An emergency fund is crucial for weathering job loss. Ideally, you should aim to save at least 6 to 12 months worth of living expenses. This fund will help you cover bills, mortgage payments, and everyday expenses during unemployment. It provides peace of mind while you explore new job opportunities or grow your side hustles. The fifth is upskilling and networking. In addition to diversifying income streams, upskilling is essential in today's competitive job market. Learning new skills such as coding, digital marketing, or project management can increase your employability and create more opportunities for freelance or contract work. Networking is equally important. Building relationships with industry peers can lead to freelance gigs, new job opportunities, or partnerships in your side hustle ventures. So the conclusion is that you need to take control of your finances, that you need to take control of your financial future. The threat of job loss is real, but with proper planning, you can protect yourself financially. By building multiple streams of income through stock investments, rental properties, side hustles, and a solid emergency fund, you'll be better prepared to face any financial challenge that comes your way. Start small, focus on growth, and remain consistent. The security of multiple income streams will not only give you peace of mind, but also the freedom to pursue your passions and live life on your own terms. Don't wait until it's too late. Begin preparing today. Now, if you already have money to invest, you can invest in property and you can put it on rent. And if you're earning, you should also be investing in stocks or mutual funds and building your emergency fund. Now, here in this video further, I will be sharing how you can build a side hustle with digital marketing, which can itself generate multiple streams of income for you by you working just 2 hours a day. You will also be able to upskill yourself with the knowledge of digital marketing, personal branding, content creation, social media marketing, storytelling, attraction marketing, faceless marketing, in case you don't want to show your face on videos, digital mastery, and building a six-figure dollar income in 6 months, affiliate marketing and partnerships, building recurring income streams, email marketing and list building, using ChatGPT to 10x your productivity, creating your own digital product or program, and launching your own program. So while the content is huge and you could probably take a year or so going over it, but you learn how to launch to profit in 7 years and you earn while you learn. The entire course is step by step in short videos, and there are live sessions each week. You also get a recording of these live sessions. You also get interactive sessions where you can communicate with other members in the community and with the trainers who are 6 and 7 figure earners. This Legacy Builders program can actually build a legacy for you and your family by you putting in 2 hours of work daily. The best thing is that it is partially done for you. You will get your own website, your own funnel, and email marketing system with done for your emails, which you can customize with your own details. This is frankly the easiest way to start online and generate multiple streams of income. It only has a one time fee and there are no monthly recurring costs. Now, I'm going to share some experiences and real life stories of people who are in the program and earning from it almost daily. Do watch the video till the very end and do like and subscribe. And do comment below if you have any questions. To learn more about the program, please click on the link below. There is also a link below directly to join the program. You can join the full program or even join a lower module if you don't want to invest so much initially and then upgrade later. So please watch the video till the very end and do like and subscribe the video. Bye for now.
I'm so happy that I knocked fear in the face and I said yes to this amazing opportunity. So my name is Allison and I'm a special needs mom who cannot work out of the house. When I was on TikTok, I saw a live video that was talking about a 2-hour workday and learning how to make daily pay. And I said, oh my God, I need to try this. And I am so happy that I did because I am literally not even 2.5 months in. I made $13,000 as a complete newbie. And I stink at technology. So I was so scared that I was going to need technology. I did not. So I'm just saying it has been such a dream come true. This community that we have got added into is absolute gold. Everybody wants everybody to win, and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. So I'm just so happy that I said yes to this, that I'm learning absolutely all the skills that I need. And I know when I look back at this a year from now, I'm going to be a part of that $1 million club. So it's amazing. Very, very amazing. I'm so happy I said yes.
So, and guys, welcome. I'm so excited to be here today and really just share my story. My story is probably Very different than what you'll hear. There's a lot of moms on here. But I will share something. I come from the corporate world. I helped created a company that went from 300 stores to 1,000 stores in retail. That is my background. And they actually, like, you have specific companies in retail that are closing the doors every day. But I didn't know it was going to happen to me because my role at my company that I worked with was very impactful. Again, we started and built a company from 300 stores to over 1,000 stores. And that's what I was hired to do. Well, obviously, they came into my office one day and they said my role had been eliminated. Shocked, overwhelmed, surprised, like you cannot believe, defeated. Um, Ego and pride was just like, how could you do this to me? And then really the other thing that emotions that went through my head is, wait a minute, I've been with you for 25 years. Helped you go from 300 retail stores to 1,000 in categories, and you're telling me you don't have a need for me. I know I'm not the only one that felt that way. However, I'm also a dad of five amazing children. I'm about to celebrate my 32nd year of marriage to my best friend and my beautiful bride, and I get to go golfing every day. I started this business 17 months ago. And the thing about my story is it's not like everybody else's. I just knew that I didn't want to go back to another corporate job. I live in California. I was flown around the country, five, six different states to get hired and, to other companies. Every time I got back on that plane coming home, even though I was offered a couple roles, and these were, if you're in the corporate world, these were the roles. Like these were not sure, these were the roles that you're basically running a company. And what I realize is after 25 years, my schedule of leaving California Monday morning, flying on a plane to somewhere in the United States, and not coming home until Friday morning. There's a lot of people in corporate America, you can relate to these roles. Now, I will share with something with you. When I would get back from these interviews, as great as they were, I just realized one thing. My wife, who I always say is my queen, and I always say she's my best friend, is because she kept me looking like a hero in front of my kids because I was never there. And as I grew older in this corporate job, thinking what we do, we go to school, get good grades, sit down, shut up, and listen. And I did all those things. And they still came into my office after 25 years being with a company at the age of 55 and said they didn't need me anymore. I think when you have those moments, and then along the way in my head, all the memories came back where my two oldest daughters said they hated me because I was never there. I didn't go to my baseball game. You didn't go to my softball game. And they'd be mad. But then there's my wife saying, Daddy's not there. Hang in there. He'll be there. He'll make it. Don't worry. But they don't understand. So I realized when I got on the plane from the interviews, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've been home for 9 months, and you don't realize one thing. There's a lot of you guys that go to a job that's high stressed and you just absorb it. You're just taking it in. But I will share something with you. I was home for almost 9 months, didn't work, and the decompression of the whole weight of the world that was on me was gone. And I got to know my wife again. I got to date my wife again. I actually got to hang out with my kids. My kids, like I can share two moments with you. I never went to the first day of school. I went to my son who's in high school. He started his freshman year last year. I got to go to his first day of school. I don't know if you guys went to your kids' first day of school, frightened, scared, and all those things that you're looking at like they're hanging onto your leg with dear life, or you're squeezing your hand with dear life, that you're trying to pry them off of you. I never got to experience that. And I know that your dads, you need to experience that because they need you just as much as they need mommy. And now I'm in a position where I got to go to my son's school. And the crazy thing is, there was one other dad there. And the comment he made, he goes, wow, at least I'm not the only one. That was a parent said that to me. And I'm like, and then there was some moms like, oh, who's your son or who's your child? And I'm like, John Hess, he's mine. He's, so proud to say it's my son, I'm so proud. But you don't realize the emotional thing is I get welded up right now because it's once you experience that, like, that there's such a relief, but the kids need you. I'll fast forward this. When I came and started this business, I said, you know what? I just prayed that it was what it says it was. For me being 55, they said there was mentoring and training and coaching. Well, I was 55. Okay, cool. I just hope it was what it says it is. Cool, check that off. It was there. And you had to be coachable. But I never did an online business before. And I'm sitting there going like, I ran a freaking company. I can do this. It's online. There's all these other people. There's moms doing it. I got this. And here's the crazy thing is I did one thing. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything. But here's the one thing. Here's this millionaire that's pouring her heart into me, and I never took advantage of it. I did the mentoring calls, I did the coaching, but I never asked a question. Here's the crazy thing. This date is probably just as important as my children's birth and my wedding anniversary of 32 years now, July 20th. I finally got out of my introverted self and asked a question and said, I just feel like I'm on the verge of it. I know I'm doing this. Tell me what I need to do. And I think the key thing is it was exactly what I was looking for. I asked my mentor there and I made daily pay 4 days later after that call. And I mean, I'm almost at $300,000 after 17 months in this business. See, it wasn't overnight for me, but I will share something with you. It was that call was everything. So when I'm fortunate enough to do the same thing, which return the favor, as I call it, we sit there and we invite people to these webinars. You don't know what you're missing until you get in there. I would share with you, you're not taking a risk. The risk of you doing this business is the world can open up for you. The stress, the pressure of all what we need to do I'm just telling you, you could wake up in the morning. I went surfing. I live in California. My two sons went surfing. We go surfing now almost every Wednesday morning before school. Thing is what your kids are. My relationship with my kids, I game with my kids. Full transparency, I cannot stand gaming whatsoever, but they think I'm a hero and I'm actually okay at it. But these two fat fingers, but it's not the fat fingers. It's the moment when he said, my dad can play to his boys on the gaming system. It's that moment that I fight for every day. I would never do a corporate job ever again because you went to work every day sick, you showed up. You were not, I don't know, you just didn't feel like doing it. You showed up. See, this is showing up for me and my family. And it didn't go well in the very beginning. I've learned so many things to add more income streams into my home. You may not understand that yet, but I promise you, you get a check every 2 weeks or once a week. I can tell you I have been paid for the last 120 days almost every day. I'm just sharing that with you. It's just, you just have to learn the skill. So I could go on and on. There's so many blessings that are here. And I'll leave it on this note. In a corporate job, you have to put your armor on. You have to be somebody that you're not. I have woken up every day feeling more blessed than I could possibly imagine because I'm just Tim. I'm just Tim. My hair is longer than it's ever been since I think I was 15. I don't think it's ever been longer. And I had the hair color, and my kids think it's the coolest thing. And people are like, what does your dad do? And then people go, I don't know, but he's always around now. And you should see their faces. Like, I want that for you. Like, I know you're going to have to probably do something different. I want it for you. I can only share you my experience, and I've talked way too long, but I'm just saying it's been the best for me. And I know if you just plug in, I know you can do it. We can talk about all the money in the world, but it's the moments. I have missed moments for 25 years. And it's just the way we're raised. Go to school, get good grades, work a job, have a career, settle down, retire. It's the moments. Fight for the moment, because I get up every day trying to fight to be happy, and I just want the moments. I'll do anything I can get to get one more moment with my child. I'll get one more date night with my wife, holding my wife's hand, making coffee in the morning, whatever that is for you. I just know what it is for me. That's why I would never have ever given up on this, ever. I would fight every day to train. I would fight every day to have one more chance to hold my wife's hand. You know, it's over. This is what this is about.
Everyone, and really I am here to talk to you that may be a single parent or just overworked mom or dad, and you just really want your time back, because that was my existence, that was my reality. And it just came down like a ton of bricks on me. As a divorced single mom of 3 kids, one job wasn't enough. So I got a second job, and I found myself working over 70 hours a week for 3 years straight. I was burned out. I was pissed off at the world every day. I just was not living a good life. I was not. I was just existing for my children. And I knew there had to be more. I really did. But I didn't know how, right? And here's the thing. I wasn't even on social media. And my daughter so happened to beg me and put me on TikTok so I could watch her dance. And I found Michelle's video. And even though I knew nothing about social media or even the online world at all, right? I didn't have time for that. I'm working 18-hour days. There was no way, right? I still did the research. And there was something that told me this was for me, even though I knew nothing, that I could fit this in throughout my 18 hours a day and being a single mom. And that was 15 months ago. I am telling you that when I purchased this 15 months ago, I was scared. I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I had enough time. All of the things that we tell ourselves. But I also knew that if something didn't change in my life, nothing would ever change. And I would continue working 18 hours a day. I would continue losing my relationship with my children because I never seen them. Something had to give. And it was the legacy builder that changed my life. And I know that sounds very cliche, but as a woman that was struggling for many years, I'm here to tell you that if you can find a couple of hours throughout your day and you just 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here, and you watch the trainings, you plug into that community and you do it step by step, you watch a 5-minute video and you start implementing exactly what you're told to do, it can happen for you too. Plug in, be consistent, show up every day, be committed to it. And it will pan out for you if you're willing to open your mind to something different, something new, and you make it your priority to get out of that job, to give more to your family. Listen, in 10 weeks, I was able to quit both of those jobs. As somebody that knew nothing about any of this at all, I was in the trucking industry for over 20 years. I waitressed nights, weekends, and holidays. Okay. I wasn't even on social media. So I had to learn everything from the ground up while I was still working so much. So if you give yourself the opportunity, we can give it to you. You got to meet us halfway, right? You got to plug in. But listen to me. Okay. Yes, I hit my first 6 figures in 9 months. And 2.5 of those months, I was still working. If I can do this, anybody can do this. At this point in the juncture, I've made multiple 6 figures now. I have 10 streams of income that are generating me daily, weekly, monthly. I've never in my life had a savings like this. I have no debt. And more than anything out of all of it, taking the money out of it, I got my family back. I got my relationship back with my children. And that's why I started this. I now work from home. I now can jump in the car and go do whatever I want, when I want, because I know that this done for you system is going to be out there working for me. And it can be working for you too. So stop telling yourself you can't do videos and you can't do it because it's going to take too much time and you don't have enough time. There's time. There's time. You will find it. turn the internet off, turn the Netflix off, put the phone down. You got time. But more than anything, just make your why about you and make your why about your family and quit building somebody else's dreams. You deserve it. You really do. We say this all the time. I wake up with a smile on my face every day now. I used to lay in bed and immediately pissed off. I didn't want to get up, and I would be either sick to my stomach or I'd be white knuckling it all the way to work because I just knew I was going to be miserable. And I haven't felt rage, hate, mad, nothing in well over a year. It's just amazing, right? Because I knew nothing, but because it's bite-sized pieces of information, you'll listen to a 5 or 6 minute video and then just implement step by step. So it's not 5 hours of a training and then you got to try to do everything. No, we little by little by little, every day you just do something different and you can ask questions. It's live mentorship. So you get to ask those questions that you need to know right now. And I think that makes all the difference. It really does.
So I'm Cecilia Jacobs and I'm all the way from South Africa. And I used to stay in this very little, small town. And I first had a daycare. I had a daycare for 10 years because I was one of those jealous mamas that just really didn't want to hear from the day mother anymore how my baby smiled, how my baby turned over. But I'm also an angel mummy. So I've got 2 little boys up in heaven, meaning that for me, time was extremely crucial to have with my daughter. And I had that daycare center for 10 years until it started taking time away from my daughter, where it was like, I couldn't be the mom that pictures up for the tuck shop. I couldn't sit next to the sports field. I couldn't do the things that my daughter needed me for at that time. And I decided to sell my daycare center and then COVID hit. So I started learning skills online because I was so tired of watching Netflix and Disney and all of those things. And I started learning the skills online to open up my salon as soon as COVID was done, which made me fall in love with the e-learning industry, the comfort of not needing to leave my home to go and learn something, not needing to leave my daughter behind. And I opened up my salon. I honestly thought by opening up this salon that I would have more time. I would be able to control my time. But I was dead wrong. So I ended up drowning in debt, having debt collectors phoning me more than my mama did, and then also drowning in no time. I found myself rushing to pick my daughter up from school, rushing back home, snapping at her because I was busy, I was overworked. I literally worked 15 hours a day, 6 freaking days a week. So there went my illusion of having more time, right? And I started going to YouTube University to find all these free ways to make money online. I don't know if any of you have ever been there. So I attended YouTube University. I tried a few things, but I literally never made any money. And I remember the one day when I had a bridal party at my salon and I had Bridezilla there and, I was busy and I was working and I had to rush between 1 and 2 to go pick up my daughter from school. But when I got there, she was 5 minutes late. And because I was busy, because I was that busy, and when she came out, I could see she's a little bit teary, but she was late. I was in a hurry. I was overworked, and I snapped at my child. But I immediately felt the mom guilt because this was not what I wanted. This was not what I envisioned having, the type of time with my only child. And I remember going home that day, and that bridal party that I had at my salon was there until close to 9 o'clock that evening before they left. Now, teenagers, give them a phone, give them a bedroom, and they're happiest. But that evening when I sat at that nail station, as I looked up, I could see my daughter fell asleep on the couch, meaning that she waited for me. She needed me that day. She walked to my car that day with tears in her eyes because she needed me. I snapped at her, and for the rest of the day, I didn't see my child. And that was where I realized, something needs to give. YouTube University ain't helping me. All those free things that I've been trying online that hasn't paid me out but took my time wasn't helping me. And the next morning I came across Michelle O'Neill's post. So you heard I'm sitting in South Africa and she's right across the world. So what are the odds, right? And I came across her post that morning and I was like, I wish this would work in South Africa. And then the next minute I'm like, no, let's stop wishing. What if this works in South Africa? My friend and I entered my name into that automated system that she's going to, this is a magic potion. This is a freedom machine. I entered my email address in there and I started receiving information, and I jumped onto a webinar like this and I saw the 2-hour workflow and I was amazed at how simple this could be, because I was so used to working so hard being broke that it was almost impossible for me to understand that you can do this in 2 hours and make this type of money. So 6 weeks, fast forward 6 weeks into this business, I literally woke up one morning to my very first sale. And then about 2 hours later, I got another $300 ding. So that $300 ding I was receiving while doing somebody's nails. I knew at that stage that, I was going to work 2 hours and 20 minutes on those nails for 280 South African rands, which is almost nothing. And a $300 ding came in, which in our currency is over 5,000 rand, which because of the automated system that I've set up with this business, I didn't need to do anything. I didn't need to put in extra work. I didn't need to do anything for that $300. And at that minute, I realized that this is gold. So within 3 months of starting this business, I was completely out of debt. By month 4, I could buy a new car. I bought a new car without asking the bank to help me, without asking a dealer to help me. I could do it cash with money that I made from this business. 5 months in, my friend, I could flip my zip code. I moved from Little Messina, where I was stuck in for so many years, right up to Jeffreys Bay, looking out over the ocean every single day. Last year, 2 days after Christmas, when most people are sitting and worrying about January, that's got 31 months of its own, 2 days after Christmas, I paid my child's school fees for the whole year. Where 6 months before that, I could barely afford anything. So I just want to tell you something. If you're sitting on the other side and you're still contemplating on, is this worth it? I have seen people's lives flip. I have seen mums going from 2-minute noodles for dinner because they couldn't afford anything else to literally turning into millionaires. I literally made my first million within 7 months of this, and my jaw dropped. It was like, is this possible? Is it really, really possible? It's 15 months later. I still work 2 hours a day. I don't have that salon anymore. I don't work 15 hours a day anymore. I get to spend my time with my daughter. I get to invest my time into my child. I get to live the life that where I used to sit and think there's got to be freaking more to life than this. I get to live that part of there is more to life than just this. There's way more to life than living hand to mouth, than all work, no play. Way more.
I am just a normal mother that was so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was divorced many years ago. Although I got remarried, I had to look after my older 2 children, and varsity fees were coming up. They were getting older. And when COVID hit, things were going so hectically financially for us that I decided to resign my full-time corporate job in the MLM industry, because you know what? I was just tired of giving all my time for someone else. During COVID, I was sitting in front of a laptop while my kids were sitting next to me in the room, and I couldn't see them because my boss was saying, Lizelle, you get paid. You better be in front of your laptop. I'm going to watch you. I decided to leave my job, and much like Cecilia, what I did was I went online. I did some beauty courses, opened a little beauty salon. I just did what I knew how to do. For me, it looked easy. I was like, let me do that, because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I was now tired of people dying around me, but my boss still breathing down my neck, so wanting work to be done, and my kids were missing out on me. And I remember the one day I was having this beauty salon, and I was doing extremely well in everyone's eyes because I was so freaking busy. People were waiting 2 weeks for an appointment to get with me because I was so busy. But guess what? I wasn't making the right money. I wasn't making enough. And for me to be able to make more money, I had to work more. And my breaking point came the one day when my child came from school, I've got 3 children, and she came from school and she handed me a letter from the school that I saw she already read. And in this letter, it said, she's not allowed to come back to school if I don't pay the school fees. Now, that day was my breaking point. From that day on, I was like, I'm not going to wait for something to happen. I'm not going to wait to win the lotto. I am going to do something about my situation. I need to find something else. So what I did was I scrolled online, and I would put a 1 in the comments if you've been scrolling online looking for a way to make an income, because I knew online was the future. I knew everything was going online. If it wasn't for COVID, we wouldn't get our groceries delivered to our door, right? But if I told you in COVID, there's going to be that app that you're going to download on your phone, and you're going to be able to get your groceries delivered to your door, you would have probably said to me, oh, Lizelle, that sounds too good to be true. Well, we're doing it right now. We are very comfortable with online shopping, right? So I knew online was the way to go. I just had no clue how to do it. And this one day, this beautiful woman stepped into my beauty salon, and she booked like over 13,000 Rand worth of treatments. And I'm like, hey, I live in a small town. How are you making your money? And she said to me, digital marketing. Now, when she said that, I was like, okay, tell me more. What is it? I had absolutely no clue what it was, but she was definitely making the money. I could see it, and I wanted to know how she was doing it. And she said 2 words that was like music to my ears. She said, I follow a 2-hour workday. Those 2 words, 2-hour workday, was, it hit me. And I'm like, this is something that I want to be involved in. I want to do something like this. Because here's the thing, I didn't have time. Now, a lot of people have it. I didn't. I was working full time. I had my kids, 3 kids. Being girls is a lot to handle as it is. And you guys that are married, marriage takes work. So I used to get home at night, not having energy left for my family, not seeing my children, because I was always working and still not making enough money. So I asked this, it was Cecilia that I bought from, and I asked her, okay, tell me more about it. And she gave me her website address, and I put my email in, and she invited me to a webinar like tonight. And I remember sitting on that webinar, and I remember hearing Amy's story. If this woman that worked 2 jobs can make time to change her life, then I can do it. Then I can definitely do this. And I remember it took me 3 weeks to save up for the money. Now, where there's a will, there's a way, my friend. If you want to make a change in your life, it's up to you. It wasn't up to Cecilia that day for me to make the change and take action. It was up to me. I wanted to change my future. I was ready for a change. But one thing was, for me, was that I didn't want to recruit. So when I found out on this webinar that you're going to learn attraction marketing, which means I don't have to recruit, I don't have to phone after people, I don't have to bother friends and family, I was like, man, this sounds good. Write me up. So I absolutely loved it, because I started with a 0 following on TikTok, guys. I was barely on social media that time. I started with a 0 following, had absolutely no clue how this business worked. And I made 1 million South African Rand in 6 months doing this. So if you were worried about, oh, I have to have a following, oh, I have to have this and this and this, and take it from someone that had to Google what digital marketing meant, take it to someone that was already busy. I wasn't looking for more work. I was just looking for a better life. And never in my entire life did I think in 5 weeks I would leave my full-time beauty salon, because you know what? I knew I found something different. I knew I found a way to work smarter or not harder. Because let me ask you today, why are you working? You're working because you want to make a living. But I'm sure work is not the first priority. If you lie on your deathbed, you're not gonna say, I wish I worked more. You're gonna say, I wish I spent more time with my kids. I wish I got to know them better. I wish I had more family time, right? This is why we work. And this is just a way to work smarter and not harder. And I was thinking today, because someone actually asked this on my live this morning, and they asked me, what would you say if you look back? What advice would you give yourself when you started? And I said, without a doubt, I would have not worried about what other people think of me, because I was so freaking worried about what people were going to think of me when I started putting my face out there and talk about this program, what they were going to think of me. Because if I didn't care, I would have my first sale in the first couple of days. I can promise you that. But I had my first sale at 4 weeks. And from there on, I'm very close to my 2nd million now, which is so freaking awesome, because you learn how to build an email list inside you. You learn how to nurture your leads. you learn everything. You don't absolutely have to know nothing about digital marketing. So, yeah. Oh, one thing, I actually made a note here because I saw the questions in the comment box. You know, if 1 million in 6 months makes you scared or it sounds too good to be true, you don't have to make 1 million. You don't have to go for 1 million. I didn't go for 1 million because to me, it all sounded too good to be true. I was like, I just needed 20,000 Rand a month. That's about $1,000 a month. I was happy. If I could make that, I was happy. Well, when I made it by the 5th week, I was like, bye, salon. Happy digital marketing. This is my new life. And like Cecilia said, once you start seeing the impact that you are now having on other people, when you start getting the phone calls, Lizelle, thank you so much for showing up that day. When you get the emails, oh my goodness, Lizelle, I can pay rent this month without having to worry about checking my bank account. It's so amazing because we can always make money. But when you change lives in the process, it's a whole different ball game. And it's such an honor to sit on a webinar and tell you this, guys, because just about 7 months ago, I was sitting on that side thinking, oh my goodness, these stories are amazing. Will I be able to do this? Can this work for me? And this is so much more than you could ever expect. So amazing.
Guys, if y'all don't know who I'm Daryl Hannah, just an old country boy down here in Tennessee in the middle of everywhere between Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, a couple hours from Memphis, originally from Missouri. So I just wanted to say I didn't come from money. I actually grew up in the projects and on welfare, if that makes any sense for anybody. So, but what I used to do, guys, I used to work a job as a welder for like 14 years at a job. I was a 3-time employee of the month. I was in a department where I was a head welder over six other people. And at this job, I was working just like a lot of you guys, 40 to 60 hours a week, 6-7 days a week, every Saturday, every Sunday, holidays, vacations, birthdays, you name it, just miserable, no life. I'm still struggling, behind on all my bills, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, like a lot of us. And so I just come into work on a regular Tuesday, just like any other day. And so they called me to the office. I get called to the office, and it's my lead and my supervisor and my supervisor's boss. And so, they come telling me that they're making some changes, and they're deciding to go into another direction. So the department that I was over was getting moved. Now, you figure if somebody has been at a job for over a decade, you figure they would have seniority, because back in the day, if that happened, you had seniority, it would just put you somewhere else. You just take somebody else's spot. But I be telling people now, the way that the job market is going is becoming extinct. So that's why so many people are losing their jobs. And so now if you have seniority and they decide to move, they don't want to pay you. They don't want to pay you the money. They don't want to pay you health care. So to keep from doing that, they're going to let you go, and they'll train somebody else with less experience. That they don't care. They're willing to do that, So the days of having seniority is over. And I still thought I had seniority, being someone who was all about numbers, running all these numbers and 105, 10% welding, top welder. And so they couldn't move me. At least they told me that. And so myself, along with 6 other people, I had to get let go. And so I guess the big thing for me is like once I got outside the gate, I was actually just in my car, because I think when you look back, you figure if you've been at a job for a long time, you figure you got seniority. They give us pats on the backs. They tell us we're doing great. They come in once a month, and have the top man will come in once a month and do this quarterly speech. And it's all just to keep you and inspire you to keep on working, being away from your family while they're spending all the time with their family and doing the things that you want to be doing, but you're not able to. And so I caught myself in the car crying, hurt. And because of that situation, it caused a lot of problems in my family. So I got separated from my family. I had to go stay in a homeless shelter for a little bit. I had to stay in my car for a little bit. But during those times, man, I just kept converting back to that job. And I guess I was just telling myself, like, I had a hard time accepting the fact that what they done to me, they didn't think about my family. They didn't think about anything. It's like I was just a number. I was basically a full-time employee with a badge. And so I just told myself I didn't want to work for another job anymore. I just couldn't see myself doing that. And so, make a long story short, guys, I just came online. I heard about a lot of people making money online. I didn't know anything about the online space. I came online, I remember going to the library. I typed in looking for ways to make money. come across a couple of things. And so I came into the online space. And I want to say this too, Michelle. I don't know if I ever said this. Guys, when I first came online, I lived in a shelter. I was in a homeless shelter when I first made my investment and I came online, right? And so I did a couple of things. I did affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing, network marketing, not digital marketing, life insurance. I did everything. And so 8.5 months ago, I didn't even know what digital marketing was. I didn't know what it was. And if I did, I guess it didn't register with me. And so I came across a post that a girl made on Facebook about a community and how she made $600 from her phone working 2 hours. I reached out to her. I checked out the information. It was a video of Michelle. I remember watching it. I checked out the information. I got on the website. I saw the website. I was looking at all the programs, and I was not the program. Sorry, I was looking at the community. Inside the she had sent me the website itself, and I kept thinking like, wow, this is crazy. And so once I got to looking at everything, I basically told myself, I said, so this is what I've been missing in my business. And so what I ended up doing, guys, 48 hours after I got that information, I decided to join the program. And so once I joined the program, I got inside the community. And one thing that I love about the community was the fact of how welcoming everybody was, and which was something new for me. But to make a long story short, guys, I got plugged into the program. I started on January the 15th. So my first 2 weeks, I just jumped into the 2-hour workday, which is inside of the training. I started copying and pasting the ads on the high traffic websites. And my first 2 weeks, happened to make $5,000 those first 2 weeks. And so I realized that I was already onto something because I never made $5,000 working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week as a welder. And so I just kept on plugging into the training, showing up on the webinars, showing up on the mentoring calls, just going through just trying to master 2-hour workday, watching people like Victoria, Michelle, and Amy and Tim, a lot of the people who were really, really doing well. And guys, I just kind of took off. And I think my first 5-figure month was March. I was my first breakout month. I made $38,000 in March. And that's when I realized that I was onto something. And again, you don't understand the power of this industry because I didn't realize digital marketing was this massive as far as like the amount of income that you can make, which is $1 billion a day industry. And then the power of social media. And of course, the blueprint itself, really just working around 2 hours a day, creating a couple pieces of content. And so I say this, guys, I was able to hit my first 6 figures, even though when I joined, I said my goal is to make 6 figures by the end of December. I hit my first 6 figures in 112 days, so a little bit under 4 months, and working just about 2 hours a week. 2 hours a day. And then I went on and hit my second 6 figures right at the 8-month mark. So I've been doing this for about 8.5 months. And I'm about $12,000 earned since in my first 8.5 months. And when I joined, I didn't have a following. I wasn't even on TikTok. I didn't have no brand. I was just someone who was willing to be coachable and just follow exactly what Michelle had put together. And I'll say this, man, I do a lot of content. I'm right up the road from a really, really nice park with waterfalls, and I do a lot of my content there. Guys, there's just nothing like freedom. And when I say freedom, I'm just talking about like time freedom, like where you can just wake up and you don't have a boss. And it's crazy to me that I get to wake up knowing that I only have a 2-hour workday and I can do it anytime I want. I can do 30 minutes here, 5 minutes there, an hour here. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm showing up for my 2-hour workday and creating my content, I know that I'm going to attract customers because this is what we teach specifically in the training. And my customers are going to allow my content is going to attract customers, and my customers are going to come back to my automated system. That's going to drive traffic to the already done for you automated system that we get for free. And guys, it's going to do everything for you. So I just love this business model because it just allows you to get your 2 hours of income producing activities done. And then your business is just going to do everything for you. And you can just be out doing the things that you want to do because this is a high income skill that you're learning, which is marketing, content creating, how to attract customers, building a brand. Just all things that you need that make up to build a successful online business. And the beauty of it is we can do all this around a 2-hour workday. So I know it's kind of hard sometimes to put our minds around that you can actually build a business working 2 hours a day, but you have to understand that this is an industry that makes over $1 billion a day. And it's an industry that brings in 5 billion people on social media, a platform that we're all on, the whole world is on. And I just want to say, guys, look here. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know what my income levels are going to be right now. Right now, I'm at about actually, it's been kind of like a slow month for me because I'm right around about 19 grand just this month, which is great money, especially down here in Tennessee, but it's just crazy that what you can accomplish in this program if you just come in, don't try to reinvent the wheel, just follow what's already been put together and proven that Michelle has created. We're probably pushing close to 40 six-figure income earners. I think 10 millionaires. Guys, there's a reason for that, and so I just encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, all you got to do is just get started. You only have a 2-hour workday. If an old country boy like myself, a single, one of 13 siblings, I grew up dirt poor, guys. It has nothing to do with where you're from, right? So I want you to get that concept out of your mind. If you can just follow a simple blueprint, come in, get plugged in, follow people like Michelle, Tim, Amy, just everybody, Lizelle, these are all people who are here to help you, not even including the community of what, 37,000 or something like that. So I just encourage you guys, man, just if you're on the fence and you've been coming to these, just take that step. That's the only thing that's stopping you, because I'm telling you, once you understand and master these 2 hours, your life is not going to be the same. There's nothing like time freedom. You can't put a dollar amount on it, guys. So I know I've talked way longer than I'm probably supposed to, Michelle, but it's just crazy to me that how I can just wake up on a regular Friday, like today when I would typically be at work welding, and here I am yesterday I had a $2,100 day, which is just crazy, and I didn't even put those results in the community. I didn't even share that because I just been enjoying my life. But I just encourage you guys, if you're on the fence, just take that step, man. This is the best program put together by the best community, the best mentor in the online space, guys. This is where you want to be. So, and we're only getting started. So again, thank you guys. And also I want to thank Tim, thank Amy, thank Lizelle, Victoria, all these people who I have looked up to, who inspire me. And they don't even know how much they've impacted my life. So I just want to thank you guys all. Thank all of you guys.
Hi there, I'm Linda Adams Barrett, and I'm celebrating my 80th birthday this week. Who would have thought? My main message is age doesn't matter. 18 years to 80 years, it really doesn't matter. I wish I'd seen something like this when I was 18, but it's okay because I went on to help over 40,000 inner city students in New York become certified as CNAs, nurse techs, and medical assistants and enter the healthcare field. I loved those times and I loved those students. But then I adopted 2 little girls and wanted to stay home to raise them. So for the last 20 plus years, I have tried everything to find a way to create financial stability for my family. And then I found this amazing, ultra supportive community and platform that is helping me reach my goals and my dreams. I'm on track to leave a legacy for my family now and for generations to follow. With hand-holding every step of the way, if you truly want to change your future, you can do it here. Remember, age doesn't matter, 18 to 80, just go for it.
Hey guys, it's Jenny Caniza from the Philippines, and I am 25 years old. So I've been in, digital growth community 3 months ago. I joined last December 2023, and it really changed my life, guys. I've been in different business ventures, MLM, affiliate marketing, but not getting the results that I want. But because of this community, because of the community that Michelle created for us, it really changed my life. The daily videos that she created every day, it really helped me to stay on track to get consistent results. So, I am able to get consistent results right now, and, having these weekly payments unlike before, and it really changed my life, guys. And, I am able to treat my parents now. We're able to, buy what we want right now, because before we're not able to do that. And, as of now, I am renovating my own room, to have my own room because right now I am here at our sala, and, I sleep on our sofa because I don't have my own room. But because of this daily pay blueprint, guys, it really changed my life. Right now I'm able to have my own room, and yeah, it really changed my life. So I am excited to be a six-figure earner this year. Okay, and the product that we're going to launch, the new product is going to help me to achieve that. So I would really love to thank Michelle. Michelle, if you are watching this right now, thank you so much. You really changed my life and my family's life. So yeah, if I can see you, personal, I wanna hug you. So thank you so much. And yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to Digital Marketing. My name is James Bean, and I come from the insurance industry. And I can admit, it was really tough for me to make consistent income, especially with all the chargebacks and the responsibility of chasing people to pay for something that they really couldn't afford. I quickly realized that I needed a reliable business that would give me 100% profit, no monthly fees, residual income, and ownership of my entire business with an automated system that worked for me while I was sleeping. I came across digital marketing, and this changed my life. I was able to make $600 my first day of starting this career, and within my second week, I earned over $2,500. All I was doing was following a simple step-by-step system, working 2 hours a day. And it just taught me how to market on the most popular platforms in the world. Now, I don't know what you do for a living, but digital marketing is a $1 billion a day industry. So there's enough money for everyone.